Are you broke? If you answered yes, that's probably why you're here, and that's okay. But that's your problem. You just said you're broke. Broke people can't get money. Broke people don't have money. Broke people don't know how to get money. That's the problem. Because broke people are not in alignment with money. Duh. I manifested $4,000 in 2 weeks, and before you click off, this is not one of those just think positively and money will show up. That's not what this is. Because that's not how it works. Before I get into it, ignore this. I just pretend I have a professional microphone. Listen, I'm not someone who has money lying around. I'm a college student. I work. I freelance. I'm busy. It's not consistent. So the money's not consistent. And I just got to a point where I was like, pause. This isn't gonna work. This isn't me. This is not what I want. This is not what I align with. 3 weeks ago, I was literally homeless. Homeless. On the streets. I was literally in a housing emergency. And that's where aligning yourself comes in. Welcome to episode 1 of Me Getting My Shit Together by Jadynn. Hi, I'm Jadynn. And I'm getting my shit together. So, manifestation isn't really something that you have to commit your entire being into, and it doesn't have to be like the whole crystals, tarot cards, whatever. That's kind of a separate thing. They do align with each other, but it doesn't have to be that if you don't want it to be. Some people get really into it. Some people just, it's kind of a one and done thing. Most people, though, do it accidentally. And that's what this is about. This is about intention. It's not about starting to manifest today. You've been manifesting your whole life. You just didn't realize you were doing it. We're going to do it intentionally. That's it. I'm going to make this really short and sweet, and I'm just going to talk about everything that I did to make this whole thing come into fruition. So what did I do? The first thing you have to do is remove all of your limiting beliefs. And that's easier said than done. But the best way to stop thinking about something is to stop vocalizing it. So stop telling yourself, I'm broke, I'm stressed, this is impossible, I can't do this, money is hard to come by. Because when you tell yourself money is hard to come by, it's gonna be hard to come by. You see what I'm getting at? Every time you think like that, you're gonna feel stuck, you're gonna feel trapped, and your subconscious is going to affirm that. When you keep telling yourself things over and over again, your subconscious starts to believe that because your subconscious doesn't understand jokes or lies from the truth. Your subconscious takes everything as truth. So when you're growing up and you're hearing all these things about money is hard to come by, life is hard, you have to work really hard for money, you're going to believe that. So it's kind of hard to stop believing it on a whim, but there are ways you can do it. It's possible. Anything is possible. Instead, try correcting yourself whenever you find yourself thinking that money is hard to come by or that you're broke. Instead, tell yourself that the money is on its way to you and you need to move towards it and you need to open yourself to it. Then you will start to align yourself with that version of yourself that has lots of money because it exists. That person, that version of you exists. You just have to align with it. And that's how you can start showing up. It's really easy. Tell yourself it's easy and it will be. The next part is actually applying it to action. This is the part that people usually skip. They don't get to. A lot of it is in your mind. 95% of it is your mind, but your mind shapes your reality and shapes your actions and shapes the way you see the world. So, what does that mean? Well, I'll tell you. When you think something over and over again and you start to believe it, you will unconsciously act on those beliefs. You need to start acting in the way that someone who has a lot of money would act. Sounds complicated, sounds like a mouthful. It's really not. Let me tell you. When you are going about your day and you're making decisions, small decisions, big decisions, every decision in between, you should frequently ask yourself throughout your day, how would the highest version of myself go about this situation? What would the version of myself who has a lot of money do right now? And I don't mean go and blowing all of your money. I mean, what decisions would they make to keep getting money? Because unless you just won the lottery, rich people don't just get a lot of money at once and then live off of that. They have a steady source of income. That's kind of what you need to be aligned with, if that's what you want. So in my case, what I did is focusing on the good aspects of your day. And this is really random, but it just makes you feel more appreciative of being alive and being on earth and living your day. Because when you're only focusing on negative things, it will lower your vibrations. And it kind of just tells the universe and tells your subconscious that you're not open to receiving things, because you're just focused on the bad. So that's a really simple thing that I did, and I have to say it worked. Another thing I did is just saying yes to more things and engaging with more people. As an introvert, professionally, I sometimes just don't enjoy talking to people. I would rather just go do what I need to do and go home. But talking to people and reaching out to people is actually So helpful and so underrated. And I'm not saying you have to talk to people all the time because I don't want to do it either. But it's so helpful because even if it doesn't get you anywhere, you're still happy that you did it. And you'll still have that fulfillment that you went and talked to them anyway. And now that person is going to be thinking about you at least once. And maybe if they don't have what you need, somebody else that they know does have what you need. It's about building connections. When you do that more and more, it's going to become natural to you and it's going to become a rhythm to you. It kind of goes back to the whole changing your mindset thing, because you will start subconsciously acting like a person who gets along with other people and has connections and has has access to the things that they want. And when you start talking to people more often, you will be less scared to ask for money. You have to stop, and that's easier said than done. It takes practice. I'm not just saying stop doing it. You have to train yourself to stop acting like money is a scarce resource, because it's not. Okay, so many people have so much more money than anyone knows what to do with, and some people are broke on the street. And the thing is, there is enough money on this earth for everybody to have. It's just not balanced at all. You are worthy of having some of it. A big thing that I saw was to stop putting money above you. You are above it. And when I realized that, it started flowing in. It was like dollar bills wanted to give me a smooch. And they did. Another little tip and trick that I have, subliminals. These are so underrated and they're so fun. Like, they're so nice. Subliminals, if you're not familiar with them, are layered affirmations. You can find them all over YouTube. Layered affirmations that are played at a very low volume, and there's usually music or white noise over it. So a lot of the time you can barely hear the affirmations, but your subconscious hears things that you don't hear. Your subconscious is running at the same time as your conscious mind. It controls 95% of your life without you even realizing it, but it does absorb everything. So your subconscious can hear the audio even if your conscious mind can't. So it will absorb these affirmations, and if you keep listening to them consistently, it will change your beliefs. Yes, it's backed by science. Some of them, I will say, there is a lack of research surrounding it, like when they're played at really high speeds, or they're played too quietly, or they're played over each other. There's a little bit of debate around that, but if you can find a good creator, I can link a few in the description. Just keep listening to them consistently and watch the world around you change. They're also so fun to listen to because I love meditating. So they're perfect to meditate to. You put headphones on, you just sit there and you breathe and you get into a deep meditative state, and that's actually super helpful for your subconscious to absorb the information. It works better when your conscious mind is resting, so you can listen to them when you sleep. You can listen to them when you meditate, when you're doing really mundane tasks like the dishes. Stuff like that. It's so peaceful and helpful, and you just know in the back of your mind that you're improving yourself. It doesn't hurt. Okay, and it's actually nice. I actually like it. You don't have to believe it if you don't want to, but the results are there. So, I'm just saying. And a lot of the affirmations in these subliminals are stuff like, I'm open to receiving money. Money comes to me in crazy ways, impossible ways even. It's important not to focus on how the money is getting to you, but rather the fact that it just is coming. It's there. You have it. It will actually find you in stupid ways. I promise. And the last tip that I have to share with you is to detach from the outcome. Do not emotionally attach yourself to something like money, because that's giving it power over you and that's putting it above you. Like I said earlier, you don't want it to be above you. When you start needing it and obsessing over it, it's not going to come to you because you're operating from a space of lack and scarcity, which just affirms to your subconscious that you don't have it yet. Your subconscious and the universe will give it to you if you start acting like you have it. You attract what you are and what you put out. So if you're putting out the frequency that you have a lot of money and you don't really have to worry about money, that's going to become your reality. It's as simple as that. And detaching is, again, one of those things that people always tell you to do, but they don't really tell you how to do it. It's really hard. Not gonna lie, it's not easy. But when you kind of start getting the hang of it, it does wonders for you. I find that journaling and telling yourself that you're still okay without this thing, that's what I do, is the most effective way to detach. You're affirming to yourself that you are gonna be fine even if your manifestation doesn't come through. It's so weird and so contradictory because once you decide that you're okay without it, it comes to you. It's so weird. It's like when you stop caring, it shows up. It's so weird. But I wasn't really thinking about it, which I think is one of the most important things. It's probably the key that most people don't grasp, and that's why they're having trouble with manifesting because they're not detaching. I find the best way to get over that attachment is to keep telling yourself that you are okay without it and to focus on the good things that surround you in your life so that you start operating from a high frequency. That's it. And you start feeling grateful for the thing. Why did my laptop just turn off? And you start feeling grateful for the things around you and you realize, hey, life actually isn't that bad. Crazy take, I know. Life is actually great and I don't need the things that I want, but I want them. And then they'll show up. That's literally it. That's it. It's crazy. I know. Like I said before, the money will come to you in the most stupid, dummy ways ever. I mean that with my heart and soul. Sometimes it comes in the form of job offers or, winning big prizes or winning bets or random refunds that you didn't ask for and didn't need. Long story short, I received 3 emails over the span of 2 weeks from my school that I don't pay for. I get scholarships to go there, basically giving me a refund, even though I didn't pay for it, a refund of $4,000 in total. It was crazy. And I didn't freak out. I didn't be like, oh my God, like that's crazy. I was like, oh, duh, because that's just who I am. People just give me their money. People just love to give me their money. So I walk around telling everybody that. And I don't care what they have to say about it because I know deep in my soul and my bones that it's true. And then the universe affirms that. That's it. Easy peasy. So I hope this video was helpful. I think I talked about everything that I want to talk about. And I hope this video ends up being nice and short so that I'm not keeping you hostage for 30 minutes. New apartment tour next video. Stay tuned for that. If you like this video and you want more glow up life manifestation techniques, subscribe. Do it now. Thank you for watching. For those of you who stay till the end, I have a surprise for you. If you're not a dog person, leave. I'll see you next time. This is my dog. That's it. Okay, I'll see you next time. Love you.